I'm Jason Goley, and this is the Greasing Simulator.
I'm Aaron Maple, and this is our electrical trainer.
Okay, so Aaron, I think this is an industry-sponsored project that really has to do with training employees.
Yep.
Of course, if this was a real live electrical workstation, what would the voltage inside be?
It'd be 480 volts, high voltage.
480 volts. But sitting here today, what's the voltage?
12 volt DC.
12 volt DC, like my car.
Yep. Yep.
All right. So show me what the trainer is and how it would be used to teach employees what to avoid and what they could reasonably check.
Okay. Well, first of all, it's to train employees what proper PPE to wear. The display material is over here on this side of our trainer to show what to wear. Also, we want to train how to de-energize the electrical box and also apply a lockout to lock the box out. And then inside the box, once the employee opens the box, they will be able to check the fuses. So we have a burnt fuse and a good fuse, and they can check and know the difference to know how to tell which is which. Have the toolbox here with our converter and all of our tools for the employee to use, and also to reset breakers. So we have our display for the dangers of arc flash. Employee can know what that entails, and then on this side we have our procedures for the general procedures for CGB electrical work, as well as how to change fuses and what PPE is required for the different tasks.
So again, the emphasis here is using a low voltage system to train them what can I touch, and before I open anything, what to turn off for safety reasons.
Yes, that is correct.
Safety is number
one all the time.
Number one. Okay, Jason, the other trainer we have here, looks like we got some widgets and gizmos. What are you trying to teach people how to do here?
How to properly grease a bearing to prevent over-greasing and under-greasing both. Over-greasing a bearing can blow out a seal. Under-greasing a bearing can create heat, friction, and in a grain elevator environment where there's a lot of dust present, that can create a hazard of explosion. I guess the place to start here is the chart for how much grease needs to go into the bearing. This is based on bearing diameter and size and outside of the bearing. So you find how much grease needs to go in for re-greasing, and you can calibrate your grease gun with this meter to show different grease guns compared to each other. So you can get the same amount of grease per grease gun if you use grease guns.
So I can't really tell an employee with this grease gun 5 pumps does a bearing.
Right.
Because 5 pumps may be right for one bearing, but it's totally inappropriate for another one. And if I had a different grease gun, it's altogether different. So this is a way essentially calibrate the employee
per their grease gun that they will be using in the facility, so they can use their own grease gun as preferable on this.
Okay, so this is like an iPod. While they're doing their greasing, they can listen to music. What's this?
This is a digital ultrasound machine that allows the employee to detect vibrations in the bearings. The vibrations in the bearings will be caused by lack of grease or a bearing that needs replaced. So this simulates bearings in the facility, and this motor, when it's turned on, the bearings will be operating. And now one of these bearings is greased properly and the other one is not. So you need to turn this ultrasound machine on, and you can either listen in the headphones or watch the digital meter, or both in combination is the best way. And you can get a reading of the vibrations put off by the bearing, and this one's the one that's putting off more vibrations in need of grease, and this one is the one that's properly greased.
So we do a little bit of preventative maintenance, knowing when a bearing's going to go to help eliminate downtime.
Right. And these bearings can be the cost from $500 to $800 per bearing. That's just for the parts alone, and the downtime is not included in that stuff.
Downtime approaches thousands, tens of thousands of dollars,
especially in the busy season.